special spur of the moment late night. Today would be Wednesday or Thursday. I don't even know what today is.
Thursday for
It was Wednesday.
me, but I think it's Thursday for you as well.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's Wednesday for us. And
It's
Thursday.
Wednesday right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Still
late.
It just turned over for me.
1 a.m.
So it's a
Central.
mostly Thursday, I guess.
I like it. All right, so picking up where we left off last time.
Mm-hmm.
So en route, I think you guys wanted to go back and do a few things on the wagon before you got there in the morning. Like while you were on the journey, because you got the time.
Are we making camp somewhere?
Up to you.
I think we'll be stopping in Lenore.
That's all the way through. Yeah, as far as so your current to going from the town you were at the time of day you left, because you left like early afternoon. Basically you have to go into the morning, so you'd have to go nonstop. But up to you.
If we'd be going into the morning to get into the middle, then yeah, we can stop for.
We haven't. I mean, we had those berries, but we haven't slept in 2 days. If we do that,
Yeah. And the other question would be, how fast do we think that the cart stealers are going to be? Because they were members of your guild, but how well would they have known Bob's cart? Because if they knew Bob's cart well, then they probably would have known how to use it correctly and would probably be pretty far ahead by now.
Guild members, roll history checks and see if you know. Because this will be funny.
Oh, they're certainly far ahead by now.
Are you by?
Can you roll?
I can roll for you. History. Lou's getting a. Ooh, no modifier at all. Fucking natural 20. I hate you so much.
Wait, history on what?
I just rolled a nat 20 for you.
On history, yeah.
For a guild history check.
Oh.
So.
Okay. Guess I'll roll that too.
I rolled it for you because I thought you were getting something. So I rolled you a nat 20. It's for you.
Okay, sorry. I had bad hiccups, so I was muted.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll just say you get the nat 20 and we'll make it easy.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, or at least from what you have been told about these people that stole the cart, out of the 3 that you were told are there, 2 of them aren't guild members, so they probably don't know much about the cart. And unfortunately, you also know that Wart does not know how to operate this cart. He was only assigned on a mission with Bob once, but he could not fit on the cart. And he refused to ever work with it again.
All right.
So he may know, like, he may have seen how to, like, get it back into moving position and do a few things, but as far as driving it, he really has no experience. Driving a cart, though, the other 2 might be hard to say.
Yeah. Beyond getting it working, I don't think they should be perfect with it.
If they couldn't get it working, then they would have still been there.
Yes.
The horses would have trouble pulling that thing if it didn't want to move.
I'm saying that probably getting it able to move was the most they could do easily.
Anything else specific you
But
guys want to
the
do?
better question is,
Go for it.
why are they following us? And why did they steal Bob's cart?
That's something we would probably have to ask them.
Hmm.
What is going
They
on with
can't
the
be
colors?
far. There's
I'm gonna blame Deft for that.
Are you seeing the map break
Uh,
out too?
Yeah, no, that's what I was like. Someone's doing something, but
Yeah.
it's doing like multiple different people's colors at the same time. I was like, I feel like I'm falling into a portal.
Flash.
I think Deft and I both were
I
trying to
don't
find
know
it.
what's going on.
I was
We were both
erasing
messing with
stuff.
the rate.
Yeah.
I figured you were
Yeah.
probably erasing, but it was
Yeah,
anytime
'cause,
you
like-
anything, it all went away.
Took
Yeah,
a few
because
too
like
many hits.
here, I'll show you right now.
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
It looks like one of those, when you watch a video where someone draws something out and then they go through the complete recap and fast forward. That's what it looks like is going on.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, the time. Oh yeah. Anyways,
Ooh, look at my notebooks right here. How handy. It's almost like I left it here yesterday.
I wonder if they're even far. Perhaps they're still following us. That or they're waiting somewhere where they expect us to find them.
or they could have just stumbled across the cart, thought it was a free ride, took it to where they needed to go. Just a coincidence.
They know it's Bob's cart.
No. We've seen too many signs of Wart nearby in areas that he shouldn't be. This would be one hell of a coincidence that he was not only here again, but also involved in our cart being stolen.
All right.
There. Come on, man. I see what you're trying to do, but I don't know about that one.
Well, I've only got one line, so I don't know if it's drawing anything or not.
It's showing up on our ends.
It's not on me because I'm like, damn it, draw. Trying to draw. It looks like a little bikini there, so I was gonna draw a lady in there.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I've got
Yep.
one line. That's what sucks.
It looks like the world's lumpiest pickle.
No, I'm not saying that out loud.
That sucks. I'll show you what I was saying.
I'm not even being allowed to draw.
You got more than one line there. That's all
I
I'm
see
saying.
some yellow.
I see yellow,
Mhm.
green.
Yeah, that's all I
I
see.
see.
Everything I'm drawing, I got one line. So I'm like, damn it.
Oh, yeah, there's way more than that.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
guess I
even
did
seen
pretty
my
good if you
line.
guess from, and I don't even know I have anything to go by.
Oh no, it's. I mean,
Yeah, we know what you're doing.
I think this is everything we have at the moment. Do I not have markers?
Got some hail damage there. Looks like.
Yep. Open horse being This is why we can't have nice things, people. This is why we can't have nice things.
I didn't start it.
Yep.
Hey, I would just like to say I'm innocent in this.
No, you made it too easy.
Just remember, I can make these things real. Hmm?
Oh,
What?
that's terrifying.
What?
The
Oh.
land begins to shake it. Rocks fall.
Roll a dexterity save at disadvantage.
I accept my fate.
Dustin's 2 cents are he can keep going if we want to keep pursuing until morning.
Look, I realize you may not have slept very much prior, but I think that we should probably make camp.
Yeah.
It's been an exhausting day.
And how bright is that thing, Miss Hood?
The necklace?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty bright.
So, Bob, can you find us a good place to make camp? I don't know why I changed Serena's accent.
It,
You just got to get
it's
into
your
it.
current illusion, obviously.
Oh, yes, of course.
Always in a new illusion.
She's just practicing.
I'm gonna cast Wild Cunning. If there is a suitable shelter for you and your companions within range, you know where it is and how to find it.
Fucking
It's only 120 feet
I'm
though.
gonna quickly refill my water. And I'll be right back.
Spell.
What time do you want to break for camp? So if you guys left at about 2, how late do you want to go before you rest? If you go straight, you wouldn't get there until probably like 7 in the morning.
Break it like, I don't know, 11? Midnight?
yeah, that sounds good.
Sure.
Because we left at 2, so
Mhm.
that would be 9 hours travel. And then we'd have to do another 7 in the morning. So in total, we're looking at a 15-hour extension from camp. Because it'd be an 8-hour rest and then 7 hours travel, so another 15 hours to get to Lenore. That seems manageable.
We'd already have 7 of those hours in your previous travel time if you went all the way through. So by the time you wake up, so if you just get an 8-hour rest, I mean, you could be there by like 3 o'clock the next day.
Mm.
But I leave it up to you.
Yeah, that's the first. Because what my assumption is they would be stopping in Lenore for the night, going to an inn. I feel like they wouldn't be rushing for some reason. I feel like they'd be taking their time, so they wouldn't leave until afternoonish. So that seems like a good time frame to me.
All right, so we'll say you break on open plain, more or less, so you guys can make camp against the cart. You have some supplies. They didn't have like a ton of stuff. They just kind of gave you a mishmash of whatever they could throw together, like food supplies. You have like very strange um, foods that you would not typically take with you, but it's what they had. And you make do.
Just have Wagyu steak.
Yeah,
Got little
you got
finger
like lobster
sandwiches.
tails in there. Yeah, there's like little picnic baskets of things they packed for you. Life's going to be really good for about 3 days until absolutely everything is bad.
Yep.
But so you guys stop then and go ahead and make camp. You do use your spell. You don't really find anything specifically like great. It does lead you to like this grouping of rocks that gives you like some cover and some windbreak for your fire. So it gives you some good basic coverage, and you can put your horses and everything around.
All right.
Okay.
Do you guys want a fire or no? I just have to ask because now you're worried, and it's funny.
Yes. I want a fire.
Yeah. But the humans.
All right. As you guys sit down to the fire, you hear like bottles hitting against each other, and you just watch Bob walk over with an excited look on his face, and he sets down a crate of alcohols that he found, like, in the cart.
Mhm.
There's like a good assortment here, some wines, and he just kind of takes one and pops the cork out with his mouth, and kind of like starts passing bottles of wine around the fire.
I will refuse.
I'll take a bottle.
Thank you.
He
But
passes you a piece of bread instead.
I'll take some. Not much for the alcohols, weak stomach and all.
Don't worry, we have a lot of like high carb foods because we already have one very extremely thin party member. So we're all set. Does anyone want to cook, or do you want like Bob to cook? Since you don't have to eat good berries for once.
I have proficiency in cooking supplies, so I will cook.
There you go.
What are you making?
Don't ask me.
Goulash.
That's fine.
Like it.
That's fine. I'm making soup.
Those are cool.
That's it.
I'm basically making a soup, and I'm handing you a simple broth.
There you
All
go.
right. I'll drink it. I'll take first watch.
Misfit, do you take any of the wine?
Oh gosh.
I am gonna refrain.
I was gonna not allow that. I'm already in trouble with Serena enough.
Mm. He puts a finger up, and then
What did I miss?
he walks back to the cart,
Bob's handing out wine.
and he comes back, and he's got like this little basket of snacks and cheeses and things, and he hands it to you, Misfit. Tousles your hair, and then takes the wine that he had for you, and he takes it back to his seat.
I'm drinking some wine.
I'll nibble on my little snacks.
Yeah, there's a good little selection. You guys can kind of pick it whatever you want.
I drink my broth and I am fine. I just poured it through the cracks.
Throughout the night, both you and Marius, as you guys are like eating anything or not eating anything, if he sees you not eating, Bob just like occasionally like puts food in front of you.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
I eat, but very little.
I'll stack it.
He didn't say shit. He just like literally like throws food in front of you and then just keeps on going.
I'll start doing what I did at the dinner party and make a food pyramid.
He's impressed by your ability to make food pyramids.
It's my number one skill. Coming in way more useful than I ever thought it would be.
Anything that anyone wants to do this evening before we go to watch duties?
Does Bob try to interact with me at all other than throwing stuff at me?
No, roll an insight check.
Oh, buddy. He
For
poisoned
some
his
reason, he
snacks.
seems angry at you.
It's a really hard thing to read. You do notice, though, you guys don't see... he seemed to have kept that other axe still.
Okay.
So he's got 2 axes at the moment, but he seems, oh, he's very happy that there's wine, is basically what you get.
Oh. Right.
But you might not want to go to sleep tonight. Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of like overthinking it, I would say, for your nat
Oh
one.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'll let you punish yourself. You know better than I will. Okay.
Thinking we should probably distribute the this gold.
The assorted coin from the cave.
Yeah, it was 200 total in 200 gold pieces in total, which would be 40 to everyone.
No, don't count me on.
You were there.
I wasn't part of that. I was just rescued. I wasn't part of their mission, ever getting paid or whatever.
You had that staff that helped.
We stole that money fair and square.
Oh, you gave me this skull. I couldn't take any of your coin. Thank you, though.
Their generosity is concerning. I agree.
I'll hand over 50 to Dustin then.
I know you're gonna make a bigger deal if I don't take it, so I'm just gonna take it.
And the other 150 will go to party funds, I guess, unless everyone wants some. Look at the guild members.
Did
Got
you
some
give
pocket
Bob
money.
money also, or no?
What was that?
Did you include Bob in your number or no?
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Forgot Bob.
You better. You better.
yes, that was the original 40 count.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be right back.
Beer money. All right, so you guys kind of divvy out the coin.
That would be 40 gold pieces to everyone then.
Oddly enough, one of the more relaxing nights you guys have probably had in a while. There's no one trying to specifically kill you at this moment.
That's
Oh,
new.
Can I get my lightning javelin back?
Oh yeah, sure. Yes, here, take it.
How do we do that?
Hold on, I'll do it.
I kept it in my inventory, but I just said not carried.
I'll swap it for you guys. I love that shield too.
It's great.
Works really good. Those goblins couldn't do anything that fight. Okay, there you go. Transfer.
Yay.
I guess we'll do, go into watches then.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
So
yes.
probably 2 watches, I'd say.
I would like first watch.
Okay.
I'm gonna take first watch with Dustin.
Okie dokie.
Son of a bitch. I guess I'll be at second watch.
All right. Who else wants second watch?
Serena will be on the second watch as well.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
She'll probably be on the tail end of the first, depending on how long they are. But
All right, Marius, where do you want to be?
I can attempt. I probably should do first because I don't think I can stay up too late. Habit of falling.
Okay.
You got 2 on each. You could just take a full rest.
Wouldn't argue.
yeah, why don't you go ahead and rest? You've probably had a very harrowing few days,
Much appreciated.
considering your recent circumstances.
Oh, what did you say anything to that halfling before you left?
That would have been Lou's job.
No, I don't think we ended up seeing him. Serena kind of got upset at the dwarf and kind of ushered us out.
I think before I left, we said we would, look into it. But other than that, no, we didn't speak to him on the way out.
Basically, nothing official was signed.
Need any of his knowledge. It's okay. I
Right?
should have asked him how to get in there. That's probably a good idea. All right. First watch is perception check.
So is I watching or no?
Totally up to you. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'll
we
totally
have to
rest
on
if
each.
less
Yeah,
than
you can sleep.
Bob eventually just falls asleep on the ground. He tries to sleep up on the seat where he normally would. It just doesn't feel the same as his.
Yeah.
All right.
Suppose Serena's probably sitting up on the cart meditating.
Hey, Dusty.
Yes, what?
I think I figured it out. Sometimes things are more fragile than they look, and I shouldn't realize that something is fragile only after it's broken. I think maybe people are like that too, but that's what we're here for, right?
Well,
You guys broke
people are
this-
more complicated than just being strong or being fragile, because not every strong person wants to protect those that are fragile, and not every weak person wants to be protected. It kind of comes down to you need to know the person who's in front of you a little before you can make that call. Because if you just look at a big guy and go, oh, they're strong, but then that might not be the case, So it just takes more time to understand who you're talking to, if that makes sense. And there is a beauty in rushing into things because because if you spend too long trying to do the perfect thing every time, you're going to end up doing nothing. It's about what feels good. But it can't always be about what feels good to you. Is that hitting some notes with you?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I had forgotten that sometimes you guys look out for me as much as I look out for you. Thank you for taking a chance with us. I'm glad you're my friend, Dusty.
I'm glad I met you too. And your companions, they really have the best intention for you, even if it seems like they're trying to stop you. Just remember that. And next time, or you don't need to do this every time because, emotions are there and they are valid, and sometimes you should listen to them. But next time someone says, hey, slow down, think about this a little bit, maybe try.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna kind of take the blanket off my shoulders and throw it around both of our shoulders and just sit down next to him.
I'm gonna tap my head on your arm.
Now, when you say
I do need
blanket,
to go.
The blanket, yes.
are you talking about your cloak or are you talking about the blanket? Like a
The
blanket?
The cloak.
The
Oh
cloak.
wait! Oh, not the cloak.
No, the cloak.
The cloak. Okay.
I need both of you to roll D100.
Oh no!
Uh,
Yes.
Are we gonna combine?
Oh, they're very close to numbers. Only off by 3.
You
Yeah,
become Voltron.
You watch as you guys get there. Both of you feel very comforted, and the cloak kind of expands larger over both of you,
Oh,
except
no.
it turns brown. So it's normal color.
What?
Nice blanket.
Yeah. I really don't know what this thing wants from me. I only
It's
have
also very
day.
warm. Like, this thing keeps you nice and toasty.
However, I want you to think about it a bit more. I need to go off and do something alone really fast. Would you be okay by yourself for a while?
Well, I won't really be by myself now. But yeah. Take the blanket though. I think she likes you. I think she missed you.
Sure. I'll take her with me. I need to tell Kalsto something.
Anything else fun you guys are doing too? No? Hey, Nick?
Huh?
Oh, hold on.
I think he's asking if was to have anything else they're planning on doing.
Hold on one sec. I have to do one quick thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit back and look up at the moon. Wait for Dustin to come back.
Easy enough to see. Easy enough to do. Alright, so he goes off for like an hour. Eventually he makes it back.
Have not fallen asleep yet.
Nice.
Nice. I think that's everything I wanted to do this watch.
Fine. Watch goes without issue. At this point, Lou and Serena, are you Lou, and here's the downside too. Lou, we'll just say you went to bed. Ooh, so hold on. Let's think about this for a second. Because you need 8 hours, correct?
Yeah.
So you would need to sleep longer after this rest still.
That's fine.
It is a 7-hour cart, right? He could try to do it then.
Potentially.
It's fine.
If he's not awake, she'll let him sleep.
This is when I miss Illyria. Where's our other elf?
Nope. Misfit was. I asked Misfit to wake me up because I knew he would.
Actually, Penelope will volunteer to take the other part of Second Watch. If that's okay with you.
That's it. No one breaks the law.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Very well.
I don't sleep much these days anyways.
Why not?
Old people don't sleep very much. But I still have a few years left in me.
Oh, I imagine you have much more than a few.
Hmm. I have lived a very full life. It has been a pleasure. But there's still much to do, yes. So the two of you, I need both you to roll perception checks.
Hold on. It's not letting me grab my perception.
5.
That's weird. Doesn't let me
You
grab my
rolled.
perception.
Wow.
Serena's apparently very observant or very vigilant at the moment.
Nice.
Ooh, hold on 1 second. I need to do one other thing.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
I love dice. They're so interesting. You never know what they're going to do.
I can tell you that they're gonna roll a number.
No, I sent someone a
Between-
message in a system that is not the game system.
So you sent Theris a message over Discord, so definitely
I
stream some.
said no such thing. I do not like these accusations.
You read one message and you never live it down.
Should have just been quiet about the whole thing.
Should have kept my mouth shut.
Serena.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very quiet night. You don't really see a whole lot. However, Penelope goes into great lengths and details for several hours, telling you about the latest book she has been reading. In case you're wondering, it's a murder mystery.
Had an extra copy.
Interactive conversation.
You could ask her questions too, but like she'll keep forgetting sometimes and go back to telling you about the book.
She'll inquire about her magic some. So, how long have you been practicing wizardry?
Oh, most of my life, I would say. Yes.
And have you always had an affinity for the illusions?
Not at first, but over time.
Hmm.
Illusions are just more. I don't know. Effective
Clever.
than other types of magic, in my own opinion. And they're more
I
creative.
agree.
I mean, anyone can burn a goblin, but to make a goblin piss himself, now that's a funny spell.
And plus, you still have the goblin afterwards for questioning.
I guess you could do that, yeah. That's why met my husband and we got along well. I like to experiment with magic and he likes to experiment with his tinkery toys.
His tinkery toys? Oh, much like that sphere?
Yes, exactly. It used to be something very near and dear to him until our daughter died a few years back.
Oh, that's horrible.
And she was a sweet girl. And she just kind of like tears up a little bit.
Was she also into magic and tinkering?
Um,
We didn't tell
tinkering
Dirge that we
is-
were leaving.
Dirge was with us.
Is he?
No, he is
Yeah.
not with you. He's on the outside of town.
We didn't tell him we were leaving.
Oh,
Yeah, he's not allowed.
to be fair, he was with or close by team Dustin and Marius, so
We would have gotten Dirge, right? Before we left?
I assume so.
We had to leave through the main gate.
It wasn't stated, but it was assumed.
Yeah, we left
Alright.
through the same entrance that we
That-
came in.
At this point, you hear, you just see a large thing fall out of a nearby tree. He kind of stands up, walks over to a bush, and starts to pee for about 47 seconds.
5 minutes. Oh,
No, not
That's
that
too
bad.
long.
Finishes up, and he just like lays down near where he was and passes out in the grass.
And all was right in the world.
Well then.
Sometime in your conversation, you hear the slightest flutter of wings. Serena. You
So kind of
look about,
perk up and look over.
you don't see anything, but you know you heard it. It just makes you a little bit paranoid.
Was she able to place the kind of wings? Like, were they more chitinous or were they more feathered?
If you had to guess, it'd be more of like a feathered wing, like an owl or a bird or something.
Okay. I don't think she would have heard an owl. Those owls are really quiet.
It was very, very faint, but you rolled a nat 20.
Fair. Did you hear that?
Take that as a no.
Who are you
She
talking
rolled a
to?
5. Penelope. You what?
It was probably nothing.
Well, anyways, where was I? Oh, yes. So, you see, he really wasn't a butler. And she continues on
No.
telling you about this story.
Throughout the conversation, she'll also try and pick her brain a bit on how she does some of her more prominent illusion spells, like the dome, and try and pick up on some techniques
She kind of looks
in
at
between
you.
portions of murder mystery.
Like, it's hard to explain. They're more advanced techniques. Show me your best ability.
Oh, I'm not really much of a practitioner. I've just always been interested by.
Now. I can tell a practitioner when I see one.
That's going to give you an insight.
Yeah. It's been a wizard a long time.
Yeah. She'll kind of glance around to see if the others are listening, not seeing anyone.
Nope.
Well, now is probably not the best time for that, as who knows what the day may behold, but
And she just kind of like rubs your arm. That's very responsible of you. Just keep at it. You'll get better and better all the time.
of course. She'll nod.
All right. You guys finish out your watch.
Mhm.
After that, you guys rouse about 8 o'clock in the morning. What do you guys wish to do?
Oh,
I hope everyone is settled.
Back
Blue's,
hurts, but I'm fine.
Blue's giving you a look of, really?
But
Dustin,
Hmm.
No, I get it.
your armor feels a little less heavy today.
Oh.
get what?
You just don't want to be on a watch with me then. I understand.
You need sleep.
hmm This is the second time that we've been scheduled on a watch together that you just let me sleep through.
And you were still asleep. You feel well rested, don't you?
Ignores the question.
Besides, Penelope was on watch with me.
Marius wakes with a bunch of grunts and groans from the hard surface he was laying on. Not much meat to pad.
Well, so here's a good point because I know we have a few people who do not like the ground as much as other members of the party. There is the interior of the cart, which is actually quite comfortable. It could only fit about 2 medium humanoids sleeping comfortably, though.
Well, Serena was on top of the cart since she just needs to, or she generally, sits for meditation, so.
Technically, I'm about half of a medium humanoid.
Yeah, so
Marius can.
there's enough room in there. You could have just slept inside the cart.
If it was offered, I would not have turned it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's in there, so you're good to go.
Yeah,
Then-
no, you can sleep with
And
that.
I
Bob
won't
and-
grumble and complain about the hard surface.
Plus, all the snacks are in the cart. It's easier to get them when you're on the inside. Not to eat it.
He doesn't eat a whole lot.
We're used to it. Don't worry. However, when you wake up, Marius, you see Dirge like sitting there going through the cart, and he's just getting random snacks. Oh hi!
And have I met this person? I don't remember the...
You met him. He was the druid in the
Oh,
cave
okay.
as you were exiting.
Good morning.
You should really try some of this.
Maybe in a bit.
Fair
you.
enough. He like sticks his finger into like a big jar of caviar and like just dips it into his mouth.
Eating them like pickles.
Oh, That reminds me, Dirge. Just gonna pull out his belt from her backpack. I've been holding onto this for you and I've forgotten about it.
Oh, how my pants have missed you, little fella.
I'm amazed he hasn't given up on his pants.
Pants are very important in this day and age. Pockets, people. It's all about the
Mhm.
pocket.
Yeah.
I understand completely.
I'm just gonna be like walking around kind of weird. Like I'm like shaking my arm around, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right.
You okay, Dustin?
What? It's not heavy.
Not heavy.
It's not heavy, and I'm just gesturing to myself.
Is it supposed to
Maybe
be
you
heavy?
bulked up some.
Heavier, but yeah.
Well, maybe you got stronger. Hmm?
Does it work like that? I
I
don't think
think
it works
so.
like that.
I
No,
mean,
I'm pretty sure it works like that.
No.
You got some food in you last night.
Did I?
How about you take off a piece then?
I'm gonna look confused for a moment.
Look.
I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper that I like have tucked away, and I'll just like look down and look up at you guys. I'll nod to myself and I'll put it away again.
Hmm.
Yeah. People are allowed to have secrets. May I see it if it's actually like one of your armor pieces lighter? I mean, if you're not comfortable with it, no need to.
Your armor has been cleaned, so it's less bothersome. But it is your armor, your bubble.
Here, how about you just hold on
You
your
know
arm
what?
and let it go limp?
Sure. I'll do that.
Is his
What piece?
armor actually lighter, considering he's probably not weighing a lot?
What piece do you give him?
I think he's holding out his arm and it's going limp, I believe.
Yeah.
Unless you just extend your arm.
Yeah.
Lou, because you have dealt with this armor before during the bath encounter. It feels just as heavy as the last time you dealt with it.
I think you're just getting stronger. It's just as heavy.
I think it's all that butter. It's definitely helping.
I haven't been eating it, though.
You haven't? Oh,
No.
Bob's gonna
Oh,
be so
did you
upset.
not? I'm gonna like point back to like the food pyramid I made if Dirge hasn't eaten it yet.
Dustin, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw as you say that.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Too
You
powerful.
feel this pain in your chest for a second, and then you just let out this ginormous burp.
Oh. All right.
And you get this meat taste in your mouth.
Oh. I'll like pound my chest a bit and like crack my neck and be like, oh, hasn't happened in a while.
Are you good?
I look at where he pointed at the food pyramid. Is it still there?
It's gone.
Yeah, Dirge probably ate it. Oh.
Oh, what? Ooh. Score.
Well, the armor's definitely not lighter. I guess it's yeah, you might just be getting used to it again, moving around more, and outside of a forest.
Out of there for like more than a few days since today. I don't know. It's weird.
Hey, you said you were eating moss, right? I guess that moss might have been bad for you.
No, it couldn't be.
Do you want me to make the armor heavier again?
What?
What?
Just asking.
I approve of this.
What's your problem? All right,
I
try.
just okay. I climb on his shoulders.
He's never been weak. Like, he can still pick you up. He just notices his armor doesn't weigh as much to him.
I immediately gesture at what Misfit's doing and looking at Serena.
Is this better? Does it feel
I
heavy
mean,
again?
But
how
he
it
does
just
not
feels like
feel-
you're on top of me.
Oh,
Yeah.
See?
This is different.
wow, you're pretty tall. Good view up here.
Did we get a long rest for hit points?
Yes, we shall do it.
Yeah.
Long rest. Ta-da.
Serena's gonna walk over and kind of look at the eye slits of the helmet. See if she can't see inside.
Go for it.
In his helmet?
Yeah, my helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, roll an investigation check. I'd say disadvantage, though. Hard to say.
I wonder if your prior appearance was more the result of a curse rather than, you know, maybe that has some effect on why you feel as though your armor is lighter. Do you feel any different?
Not really. Kind of just feel safe. It's just not heavy.
Do you maybe feel a bit heavier? A bit heftier of a step?
I'll like do side hops.
A peppy
No,
steppy?
but it feels the same.
It's Misfit still on his shoulders.
Yes.
Yes.
I know you're uncomfortable taking your armor off around people, but if you want to head onto the other side of the cart and maybe check under your gauntlet? Or check under a piece of chain?
Fine. I'll walk over there. I'm not asking Misfit to get off, so they're still with me if they don't get down themselves.
I don't.
No. See?
And I'll remove my sleeve.
All right. Are you by yourself?
Again,
Misfit is there.
what they're doing right now is harmful. Standing there and letting him springboard off you to, priceless artifacts is different.
How was I supposed to know he was gonna jump?
What did you think he was gonna do?
I gesture to Dustin. Well, I gesture to
I
the
am behind the cart.
Yeah,
I am out of eyesight.
I gesture to the direction Dustin and Misfit are. I thought he was just trying
Come
to
on,
get
Tisalu. You know him better than that. Of course he was trying to get up to one of those.
Where you go? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
They're arguing about me again, aren't they?
We're
People
being...
who care about you will always talk about you, you know?
Oh, wait. Oh, natural 20 perception.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe just listen for now.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, fine. You're right.
Still need to have a talk with him about that as well.
We've been kind of busy.
I know. I'm just making sure you don't forget.
It's been less than a day. I think.
And you seem very, how does the phrase go? Hell-bent on just letting him do anything he wants, regardless of the consequences.
I'm too
Might I
attached.
remind you of the whole polyhedron?
I didn't let him do that. He was quick.
I was literally grabbing him and trying to hold him back. Speed was not the factor there.
If I remember correctly, I did try to pull it away from him.
Regardless.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is? Do you think he's bulked up, or perhaps there's some other magic?
Honestly, I don't know. The armor's definitely not lighter.
Maybe whatever magics were preserving him are growing stronger?
Speaking of which, as this is going on,
Yes.
Misfit. He pulls off the sleeve. Both of you go to the AFK channel.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how do I get here? I'm on my phone. Wait, I'm on my phone. Hold on, I gotta figure it out. Hold on.
Oh.
You dragged. And sorry, I'm just a little tired and was not in the correct headspace to be Lou tonight. I'll be right back.
Nothing too wrong with that. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had AFK to get barking dogs. If anybody said anything.
You're fine. Nope. Serena and Tislu had a whispered argument. Misfit and Sir Destin went around the cart to check under his sleeve. And those two have been brought down into the AFK channel Alright, so what are your new characters?
All right.
Your screen.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello. God, I wish I was in the right headspace to say more, but I'm not.
Well, you two can continue the
Oh.
conversation you were having too, but you don't have to say what it was about. Deft and Dustin.
Are you sure you didn't eat anything?
I don't remember eating anything, if that's what you're talking about. I'll come back out with my armor on.
Mhm.
Well,
Looks fine.
no different?
That laugh is in character.
I just don't want to take it off while we're in the wilderness, you know?
I mean, it was still bones, but not quite as bad.
Well, I suppose that's an improvement.
Oh,
Got bones in there. I can see them. But it's better.
okay. Can you climb off? My back really hurts, please. Just
Oh, yeah.
thank you.
I forgot I was up here.
All right, so what is everyone doing now?
Do you say you want to start working on breakfast? We should probably get moving out soon.
Yeah, I'll start working on breakfast.
What breakfast you do?
Marius does his best to gather up like small kindling and smaller sticks that he can carry to help for morning fire.
Alright. Breakfast is had.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
All right. So you guys eat breakfast. You get back on the road.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
During such time, Serena will also establish a connection to Misfit. Like 6 hours.
During
You'll hear.
during breakfast, every time I catch Lou or Serena's eye, I look away guiltily. It's obvious.
In that case, there'll be further. I guess you'll hear. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I
I know
mean,
yesterday was quite the day for you.
Yeah.
You'll get the same line of questioning from Lou at some point, too. Other than once you say yes, that'll be that usually. Like, okay.
Do you want to talk about what happened back in the cave there?
I know I shouldn't have licked all those rocks. I'm very sorry about that. I know we've been over this.
Wait, picking a bunch of rocks?
Were you referring to something else, or?
I was referring back when we were in the sewage pit of fire. You kind of seemed to have lost herself for a moment there.
When you got stuck.
Yeah. I got in a lot of those growing up. I got good at avoiding the hidden ones eventually, but the ones with the treat always got me. And, end of the day, I didn't know who was going to find me. So, it just kind of brought me back. It's been a while, but, I don't know.
Next time, should you ever get deceived by a treat, remember that we won't be far behind. You have friends here.
I stand up and I walk over to Serena. And I give her a big hug.
She'll give him a hug. Though her first reaction is probably a bit of surprise. Feel better?
Mm,
Good.
thanks.
Then you'll hear in his head.
Thanks for.
So what's this about rocks?
Oh, maybe you didn't see that. You could. Never mind about that.
As long as they weren't covered in runes, I'm sure it was fine, Misfit.
No, it was mostly covered in rock. Thanks for looking out for me, though.
You're most welcome. We're friends and guildmates, after all.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
Now, I don't try and interject in you being you. I just try and, stop you from playing with things that you may not understand what they do yet. Like that polyhedron that plunged the area into darkness.
Yeah.
When playing with magic that you don't understand, it can have irreversible consequences at times. You need to be aware of that and careful.
Yeah, that's something I'm coming to learn, I think. When I lived in the forest, the worst thing I could lick was like a mushroom that made me sick for a while. Or like a goose that got mad about it. But I'll be more careful.
The important thing is you're learning. Now, tonight, if you're not too exhausted, we can continue working on your gecko transformation.
Oh, sure.
Someday.
Was that
Someday.
telepathic?
Yeah, most of that was.
Yep.
Probably the hug portion, or like the reply to the hug portion wasn't, but much of the rest, yeah, was telepathic. He'll also hear a quick, and Lou's probably going to be talking to you about the whole gem incident as well.
Okay.
Not this session.
You've had enough heart-to-hearts for one night.
All right. So, anything else before we get to Tim?
Nothing in particular.
All right.
Serena will be on top of the cart this time. It's just going to be practicing her violin a bit.
Oh,
Perfect.
Marius
So you
She
got
keeps
hasn't
to
had
himself
a
most.
peaceful moment to play that.
I'll help you into the cart at least.
So you basically catch up to where you were at the end of the last session. So you still see they have the large display for the funerals for the hunters,
Mhm.
but it is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've made it to Lenore. So as you're getting to the outskirts of town, what do you guys want to do?
should we ask around? Maybe see if anyone's seen it?
That's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm. That's
If they stayed in town, would they have had to check that cart in at like a stable?
oh. Sounds like a cat has awoken.
Hey, Sugar, how you doing, buddy?
Okay.
Man, he's really getting into it.
I put him on my lap, and he's very happy about that. Apparently,
He's
Mhm.
ready for a cameo.
The happy
Um,
kitty.
All right,
We
so you
couldn't
take
be.
any precautions of any type as you go into town?
I don't. That's for sure.
Once we do go into town and go to start looking, Serena will disappear into the crowd when she goes to start asking people and change her appearance. But
Um, Dustin would go to
Dustin
like
Marius are
yes.
probably okay as far as no one would really recognize you guys for anything bad. However, there are a few of you that may be recognized for questionable things.
mainly Misfit and Lou, and possibly Bob.
I'm
I don't
just
think
gonna be
Bob was around
strolling
for anything
around,
bad.
not a care in the world.
And then you just hear Doran say, "Ah, yes, Lenore. I remember Lenore back before I was stuck in here. Marius, you hear a voice you've not heard yet before. And it's coming from the small old gnome woman in the cart.
Like she hasn't spoken, or it's a different voice.
It's a different voice. It's not her voice, but it's coming from her. And then you look in her lap. She has a small salt shaker, and inside of it there is a small bird-looking humanoid.
Do I know what
And a
this
smaller
is
bird in
or
there.
what it represents?
You have no idea. You could ask them.
Now I just kind of get that side eye, looking for a minute, then pretend I'm not, that I didn't hear it or pay attention.
And other than not interacting with people, that's probably the capability Lou has to hide himself.
You have a hood or anything?
Nope.
Ooh. Now, so here's a good question. You get there about 3 o'clock. Do you go at 3 or do you wait until like dusk?
I would go in at 3.
Well, yeah, you don't have anything to worry about.
I know. That's why I would go in.
I'll wait.
Perfect. All right, so
Do you two wait and we'll start asking around?
Mhm.
so just the three of you going in, or is anyone else going in as well? So
Dustin,
Marius
Serena,
and
Misfit.
Dustin. Well, Serena, Dustin, Marius would be okay. Misfit could transform, I guess, or do something else, and then Lou If you're just walking, you. Oh, you're waiting. No, you're good.
Yeah.
This way, are you going?
I am going to wild shape into a fox and just climb up and wrap around Serena's shoulders.
Now, are you trying to look like a living fox or like a fur?
Like a living fox.
Fair.
This is the only animal I know how to turn into that is not blue.
Oh,
It's adorable. And she'll scritch the
You
ear.
should turn into
I
a big
squeak.
hedgehog.
and then roll around at the speed of
Roll.
sound.
Roll faster.
He's still working on removing those human teeth, though.
All right, so Serena. What are
will,
you guys trying to figure out?
That's a good question. For once she goes to the city, like she's going to kind of disappear into the crowd and go with her Evelyn disguise. As per what in our questions she's going to ask, probably if anyone has, she wants to ask about the cart, but doesn't want to be like terribly obvious. Like, hey, have you seen this big obvious cart?
Well, why not?
Because it's too obvious. But I can't think of a better way to ask about it.
I know what Dustin would do if you need time to think.
Typically, you can find some of the
Go ahead.
urchins like those over there, and I point out some dirty-looking kids. Like, they typically know more than you think they do. A few coins loosen their lips.
As Serena would have already disappeared.
Anyone specific you're looking for as you go
I
together?
don't know if anyone here specifically would I mean, I
Do you need time?
suppose some of the guards at the various gates would be a good one to ask if they've seen
A
a rather
four-wheeled
distinctive cart like that.
Sure, roll a D100. Let's see.
Nope.
You get my message also?
Oh,
That is very likely the wrong direction.
yeah. You ask around, but no one seems to have seen this cart.
Okay. She'll try the bars next.
Dustin would have walked off and tried to find stables and just asked if anyone's parked a red armored cart for the night. That's what I would have done.
Roll an investigation check real quick. So I can calculate something.
Well, is that going to land in the box? Didn't look like it did. Okay.
10.
I have to find the stables first. I don't know this town.
That's where you have most of your difficulty. You find a couple stables here and there. Just roll a D100 for this one.
Oh, that was the wrong direction.
You do.
I mean, at least we're getting lower.
In this time you're looking, you find like 2 or 3 different stables. One doesn't let you in, the other 2 do, but no one's really seen a cart like that. And you don't see any nearby.
Cool.
Misfit
Yeah.
and or Marius.
Yes.
Sounds like Marius might be AFK.
No, I'm here.
No, he's here.
Are you doing?
What am I supposed to be rolling?
What are you wanting to do when you go into town right now?
I have nothing specific I'm doing at the moment, so other than keeping an eye out for a cart that they've described, I'll be looking for any kind of bookshop or library, just peruse through for anything interesting.
It's a more rural town. They don't
Okay.
have a library that you see. However, as you go on your search for a bookshop, roll a D100.
There we go. We got something below 50. And even below 40.
You kind of go looking about. And you get into like a nicer area, although it's a little bit quiet. And you do see a shop that looks like it might be a good place.
Go check it out.
You walk up to it. The name on the sign is Defon's Fancy.
Uh-oh.
You go to try the door, but the door is currently locked.
Kind of, if there's a window, just to peek in to see if there's like anybody in there. If it happens to be closed.
Roll. Actually, you don't really. You kind of like hop your head to the window, and it looks like this place. You see a lot of things are like covered up with tarps and other things. It looks like a lot of the things that may have been here. It looks like this store may be abandoned, but you feel something strange. And you swear you hear a voice inside there somewhere.
Kind of strain to listen to see if it's saying something or if it's just maybe street noise.
Sure, roll a perception check for hearing.
That blue one killed me.
You thought you heard like a light sobbing. And you kind of focus a little bit, but you don't hear it. Could have been something on the street. Hard to say.
There's any sides to it or alley I can go down to check it out.
There is a back door. Don't ask me how I know.
If there's any opening unlock. It's not a window.
The
because I
back door
can't
does
really
not lock.
cautiously take my head in.
You go in. It looks like this is a storefront, but a lot of the things have been removed. The back door brings you into like a personal kitchen. You gather the individual lived in this building as well.
I hear any more of the sobbing, or is it sound louder or more audible?
As you get inside, you do hear the sound of sobbing coming from like the hall off to the right as you get into the back kitchen.
Cautious.
There's like the main floor where the shop is. Through the back door, it goes into like the kitchen, and then there's a hallway that goes to like some bedrooms.
I'll cautiously go that direction and kind of peek around to see.
Sure. You kind of like go through, and you feel like you hear the voice, but then you realize it's not coming from the bedrooms. It's coming from the sales floor.
Turn around and head that way.
As you get out there, everything's kind of like covered up with like covers and sheets. And under one of these sheets, you hear the sounds of the crying.
Kind of stay far enough back, but within reach of my staff, and like use the end of it, the just the bottom part, like close to the ground. Cautiously, like lift up the edge.
Yeah.
To kind of peek what's
You
underneath.
kind of like lift it up. There is a black, like medium size, maybe a little bit smaller chest or container.
And the container's crying.
It sounds like it's coming from inside. There are writing in like some sort of rune form on the outside of this box as well.
What does it say?
It's not so much you have your ability. Roll an Arcana check with this one too. No.
I think does this give me a good or a bad feeling?
You don't get a bad feeling or a good feeling, honestly.
The type of vessel do I get, knowing that these were a seal? Do I think of anything that maybe like a gin or some other like vessel used to trap something, or
From your well, you rolled a nat one on your Arcana.
yeah,
So you gather what these symbols kind of functioned as, but it's kind of hard to say. They look inactive. But yeah, they don't feel good or bad. But it has like two latches on it too. It opens midway through.
I forgot to roll this earlier.
sent you a message.
I saw. See. That. Ooh, okay. So as you kind of inspect and slowly open this, it opens without any issue. And there's like a purple velvet material on the inside of it with like some cloth materials, and there's like an indent. Looks like it held like a glove. It's like a shape of a hand.
I'll, I'll cautiously take it.
So the downside is it's probably, let's see. It's probably maybe like 2 feet across. Yeah, it probably weighs like 20, 30. You'd probably be fine. It's a little heavy for you, but
The
you
cloth
managed
is
to
that heavy?
the chest. Are you grabbing the cloth or the chest?
The cloth. Yeah,
Oh, the cloth. Yeah,
I
the
know
cloth
I
doesn't
can't
weigh
carry the
anything.
chest, so I'm not worried.
Oh, one of the cloths from inside.
Yeah, whatever the glove-like thing.
Oh no, it's just like an indent where it
Oh,
looks
okay,
like
like where
there was
it
a glove
holds
sitting there.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying it was like a glove in there.
No, it's just like it looks like maybe like a glove was there.
Okay, I want to search it for any like secret compartments or anything.
Ooh, roll investigation check. Well, that's the rest of your 20. You kind of like look around like, the hell is this thing? And as you kind of move it, you hear a click
And I die.
and a little tiny piece of the side kind of falls loose.
Cautious.
And you,
Check it out.
You freed me.
as you pull it
The
out,
ultimate
there's
evil
like
horror.
a tiny little metal scroll case that's kind of shoved in this side compartment that's hidden.
Pull it out. Give it a good look over if there's anything that may be physical or an arcane style trap on it.
You give it a good look. It's really, really small. You don't really see like an easy way to open it, but it doesn't look like it's trapped or anything.
And to open it carefully because if it's a scroll or anything knowledge, I want to be careful.
Roll an intelligence check. You can't you can't figure out how to get this damn thing open.
Like one of those puzzle cylinders.
Yep.
Okay, I'll deal with this later. I'll slide it into a pocket in the inside of my robes, close to my chest.
What was the other item you were looking for originally too?
That I don't think I think the skull was the only thing that I really had.
I thought you said you were looking for something kind of specifically.
The skull was a specific thing I had simply because it was a spell
Oh
component.
no, just when you were looking around here.
Oh, I was looking for
For your
books,
investigation.
you know, books, scrolls, anything that's knowledge related.
Would there be books here? I would say there probably you would have seen some books on a bookshelf back in like the personal area. They didn't look like magic books, though. They look like maybe his own books.
Kind of thumb through those real quick, see if there's anything that catches my eye of worth keeping.
You look through, there's a couple of nice copies in here, even a couple of first editions. But yeah, there's nothing like of magical value. They're all just like stories.
I may keep one, whatever the couple of the first edition stuff, just because.
Yeah.
And nobody. And the sound. Am I hearing any kind of whimpering?
No, the minute you opened it, it stopped.
Look around through some of the other some of the other cloth. See what all's covered up.
It's mostly display cases. Most of the items in the storefront have been taken away. It's just basically like the chest and things that stuff was stored in that remain.
Did you get my message?
I'll be right back.
Hey,
I'll secure the little cylinder where not easy to be pickpocketed. Head out.
ready? Easy enough to do. Luke's not there. Serena did that. Misfit. What about you?
I think I'd probably just want to check and see if Tallulah's shop looks like it's been touched.
You make your way over there. Her stand looks like it's had some damage. However, it looks like it has been repaired.
Oh. Is it-
Like
Do I
someone
get-
broke her sign and then someone repaired it.
Okay. Does it give me the impression that she's been here?
From what you see, no.
Okay.
This is
broke her
not how
sign?
she would typically like fix something. This looks like it was fixed by like someone using like tools.
That's weird that her sign would break like that, but it's good someone fixed it. I will not steal more potions. I won't. I mustn't.
Hey, that dwarf may never have gotten out of that goop.
I thought would have cut his arm off.
I'm gonna be the devil on your shoulder. Do it.
I mustn't.
You just had a great learning experience about how your actions have consequences.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. So you guys look about, and then I think you were gathering up after about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys complete your investigations, kind of circle back up.
Yep.
What do you wish to do?
Well, if the cart was here, they probably didn't check in at a stable. They probably could have fed them, all their horses on their own supplies. So, to me, that makes me think they're going on a long journey because they have all that stuff on hand, or they just used our stuff. We probably
Yeah.
had a lot of stuff.
It's probably the latter.
Yeah. One stable didn't let me in though, but I think it's just because I smell bad.
This is after we've all met back up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We didn't really find anything either. Asked around a bit, but nothing at the gates nor the bars.
So, I guess it leaves two options, neither of which I like. They haven't made it here yet, which I find unlikely. Or they never stopped.
Or they're following. Let's go check to make sure Tislu and the others are alright.
Sure.
Lou,
Yes.
so you hang back at the cart with Bob and Penelope.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh, okay. Perception, you say? No. I'm just gonna spend a sorcery point to reroll that. I believe I must keep the new roll, right, Tech?
Yes. You must
It
use the
was
new one.
worse. That was a 15.
Yeah. So, yeah. You just wait patiently for them to return.
Yep.
So after a
Now
little
what
bit,
Fan sees is the owl sitting on the wagon behind all of them, observing.
there you go. No, didn't see anything incredibly strange. So far, so good.
You return to the cart safely then?
That you do. You are all reunited.
We didn't discover much. Which means either they didn't stop here, didn't stop, for long, or they're following us and haven't been here yet. Dustin, you were able to track down objects, weren't you?
I think so.
Is there any limit on the size of an object you can track down?
Well, I imagine it wouldn't be harder to find a big thing than it was a small thing. And, like, somehow I knew where Bob's axe was, so shouldn't be much harder to find a cart, right?
I don't see why not. Why not
Alright.
give it a shot?
Yeah, I'll cast locate object on the cart.
Okay. You go to cast locate object. You don't get any hits within 1,000 feet of this cart.
Nothing. No feelings. Nothing at all. They're not close.
Can I try something?
What do you want to try?
We have a potted plant in the cart.
Oh no.
We have a fern. I'm gonna cast locate animals or plants.
What's the
Oh.
distance?
5 miles.
It's considerably much more.
Yeah, that's like 50 times at least.
Roll a d100.
Ooh.
Thought that was a 16 for a moment.
Ooh, hold on.
What's 5 mile? What's a
You're
5
getting
mile
high on
radius?
this.
Didn't we name that fern?
Is this the one that you got in the very beginning that was the gift to the guild?
No.
No,
it
it's
was-
probably the one Tislu got given along with the wine.
yeah,
Oh,
that was in the
just
card.
the fancy fern with the
In the fancy
expensive
vase,
looking
yeah.
pot.
Yeah.
Yep.
His name is Trent.
Mhm.
He's a baby treant.
Ooh. Get a hit on Trent. Within 5 miles.
Which way?
They're in the forest.
Oh,
Towards Florin?
Towards Salt Shore. They're heading north.
through the forest.
Same way you
Um,
guys came.
I learned the direction and the distance.
So it's right on the cusp of your 5 mile distance northwest into the woods.
It's pretty far.
Hmm?
They're
Like
that
this-
way.
Getting people
point-
burned. It's there then.
They're able to detect them?
Sorry,
Oh,
what do you say?
yeah, I know where Trent is.
Oh, I.
Trent?
The fern.
Oh,
Hope they're watering it.
you track the fern. That's clever. And,
Probably not.
well, this is a problem.
What's the problem?
We need to get, well, Misfit says they're going that way. Isn't that towards Sulcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need to get Penelope to Florin.
Hard call.
Which is that way.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're quick, we can catch up
I
before they
suppose-
get too far.
Do you know how quickly they were going?
No. I just got a ping and then it was gone.
How many horses does our current wagon have? 4 or 6? I'm gonna assume 4 then.
I would assume probably.
Yeah, I don't think we can catch them unless we do overnighters. Then that's rough.
Well, that depends. They've had a pretty substantial head start. And we're not too far behind. They may not be going very fast.
Hmm.
It felt like they
Driver
weren't on the
difficulty.
path. I think they were in the forest.
In the forest.
From where you currently are, you could tell that they're in the woods. It's hard to tell if they're on a path or not there from that distance. But definitely.
I have a gut feeling that they're not on the main path.
Does a single horse rider go faster than a cart, or the same speed?
At a general pace, they have the same speed, but if you're like hustling, the horse goes faster.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I want to split up. Because, like, it works in theory, but it doesn't, like,
Nah, we
kind
shouldn't
of
split up.
not fun. It's not fun.
We should all pick areas and split up, and then
Well, Penelope, how do you feel about a minor adventure?
Oh, I'm already married to an inventor. I'm not interested in any minors. Noses back off.
No, Penelope, adventure.
Oh,
How far away can you detect plants, Misfit?
Furthermore,
This many holds out his arms.
Approximately like a couple of these. I hold my hands apart.
Well, a ways that way, our cart has, along with the people who stole it, has been detected.
Can you
They're
put
not too far and clearly haven't been moving too fast.
Can you put a rough marker in the forest, Nobel, for my ping?
Well, I assume we're in earshot of Bob and he's listening to this. He's gonna have thoughts.
Of course.
Well, that's not that far.
actually, hold on.
If you're alright with it, we can make a detour and see if we can't recover our stolen property. And then make our way to Florin.
Wow, we've
Might
gotten a lot of
indeed.
stuff stolen, huh? From
Yeah.
us.
Yep. We've had in total 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 objects, a cart, and probably now 6 horses stolen. One of them stolen twice. That's assuming we're not counting each object in the cart individually, because then that list skyrockets.
but hey, we still have the boar helmet.
Thank
We
goodness.
do.
So, what do you think, Penelope?
Where are you going?
Just a little ways up north here.
I suppose so.
Wonderful. Then we'll want to get moving quickly.
All right, let's go.
Back on the road.
Guys,
Help Marius back into the
buy anything or
cart.
anything? Or just straight in the cart and go.
I can't think of anything I would need to buy.
I think we're just gathering up and moving out as quickly as we can.
Wait. Should we get more food?
Probably.
You're decent, but like travel food may be better than what you have. Hold on a second, my phone. Be right back.
All right.
Get food, yes or no? I think I'm yes.
Yes.
They're possibly on the move. We can get food on the way back. Worst case,
Okay.
I'm sure we can hunt or scavenge some.
Yeah,
Plus,
I'm
as
a
much as
pretty
I'd
good
like,
hunter.
I don't require much.
The argument convinced me to go to your side, so we're not getting food.
All right.
Also, we have good berries.
All
They
right,
will
folks.
sustain us.
We do
I
have
think
that.
we're gonna pause it here for the night. That was my night dodger. I have to help him with some shenanigans.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll
all right.
pause here before we head out into the woods. So if you need to do anything, just think about it. We'll pick up here next time.
Mhm.
Have a good
Cool.
night,
Yep.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good
All right,
game.
Talk to you later.
Good night.
Good night.